Shalom everyone. So this is going to be my first ride on this 23 Husky FX350. Just traded in my adventure bike that I never rode to pick up a 4-stroke. Did not get rid of the 250XC. Still got that bike, still love it. Just trying to take advantage of what was supposed to be a decent day, but as you can see, Colorado just is not cooperating with us too much this year. A little bit of sprinkles, so should be okay. Hopefully it just kind of sprinkles a little bit to settle the dust and moves out, and we'll have a good day. Yeah, first time on the bike. I've really done nothing other than kind of adjust the bars how I want. So I swapped them over to the forward position, set my levers and everything how I like them. Suspension settings are all in the standard setting according to the manual. Shock was pretty good, or sag was good out of the box. I was about 36, 37 static with 104 rider sag. Forks, I have 144 psi in them. We'll see how that does. Might need to take a look. I'm a little lighter these days. I'm kind of hovering around 180, so we'll see. It might be okay. Might need to take a couple psi out. So we got 0.6 hours on it. I'm not going to bore you guys too much. I'm going to do like just a quick little heat cycle and then let that cool off. Then we'll go back out and do some more riding. Okay, so we've done a few little like small heat cycles on this thing. Probably still not going to thrash it too hard until I do the first oil change. Just on the side of caution, I don't know. I know there's a lot of schools of thought on break-in process, but I don't think I'm going to hurt it by not sending it right out the gate. I don't know. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. So we're in map 1 with traction control on. This is lovely Pueblo, Colorado. Every time I've gotten back on the bike after letting it cool down, it started to rain. It's not raining bad, just enough to freaking sting. Coming off a 2-stroke. Now this ground over here is just like a freaking rock. Whoop.
What do you think? You're pretty comfortable on that thing. Just ripping corners, looking good.
Yeah.
Does it stick pretty well?
Oh yeah.
Feels like it tracks good.
Yeah.
All on a 4-stroke. So just know they feel better. It's just like they're just glued to everything.
Yeah. No, it feels really good. One thing I need to get used to is just the engine braking and the
Totally weird.
the flame outs. Okay, so my GoPro batteries are absolute trash. They seem to only last about half an hour or so before dying. So kind of into the first ride review short out there. So I'll kind of cap off with some closing thoughts on the first ride. Actually, I have some notes. Let me pull these out. So, I was told about the vibration. I did notice vibration. It's not terrible. It's probably, my wife used to ride a non-counterbalanced beta cross trainer. Vibrations were probably pretty similar to that, maybe even a little less, honestly. Once I started riding, really didn't notice it at all. Did most of the riding today in map 1. Noticed that on this 354 stroke versus 252 stroke, body position is definitely more important to kind of counteract that additional like torque and power that it has and just how it comes on. It's 4 strokes, of course. It feels like super planted, super stable. Also feels very light and flickable, which kind of surprised me. I didn't think it was gonna feel so nimble. On one of the turn tracks that's a little more narrow and tighter with less berms, I didn't really feel super confident. Definitely need some more time on that. I think it also had a lot to do with just what gear I was in. I probably could have benefited from going up a gear, just so I wasn't like as torquey through those little tight turns. On the bigger turn track, I did go into the green map. Noticeably more power. It's not like a crazy difference. It's not like 450 trying to rip your arms off kind of thing. Still very manageable, but coming out of corners, I could just roll on the throttle and would pull harder without having to feather the clutch at all or downshift. You just roll right on and shoot out of the corner. Traction control. So kind of played with that a little bit. Did notice that it does seem to just kind of reduce the overall power. We did a couple of hill climbs, and I found myself having to shift like way more. I'd have to downshift going up, and then, you know, it seemed like I have to immediately upshift. I don't know if that's also kind of contributed to the gearing that it currently has with that 1447. I may go down to a 13 in the front and see how that feels. Hopefully I can kind of use third a lot more. Flamed out a few times, of course, riding a two-stroke for quite a while. So the engine braking and the flame outs with the four strokes, having to kind of relearn how to fight that. I did notice with the traction control off, it seemed like it didn't want to do that as often. So probably just not ride the traction control on unless like I really need it. Other than that, the bike feels great. It feels more narrow. I don't know if that's just in my mind or what. Because really, like where my legs are, I mean, it should be the same, I think. I definitely feel like I could just like squeeze the bike and get my toes in a lot easier on the Husky versus the KTM. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Nothing really like crazy to report after just the first ride. I think I'm at like 1.5, 1.6 hours. May go ahead and change the oil just to get it done. I'm sure there's probably some metal up in there that I can go ahead and get out. That's it for now.